All right, section 4, 7th grade MCAP. This is the last practice test that I'm doing this year. Oh, I guess I actually have to do geometry, but anyway, I'll think about that right now. Let's think about this shape here. What is this shape? This shape is two prisms put together. Two rectangular prisms. And we want to find, okay, so let's read. The following figure shows a solid at each vertex, those are these corners, vertexes. 3 line segments intersect at right angles, 90 degrees. What is the surface area in square feet? So surface area, write it down, surface area is the area of faces added together. So what I do to find the surface area is I think about, and we're going to color code it here. So we get the front. The front is right here. It's the front. But guess what? What is the front the same as? It's the same as another piece. Anyone know? Too slow. The back. The front and the back are the same. So let's go ahead and find the area of the front. We see we have a square, right? And what are the dimensions of that square? They're 2 by 2. So to find the area of the front, we can multiply the square part. And then the rectangle on the bottom. You see the rectangle on the bottom? Okay, and that's a 2 by 4. And the nice thing about this shape is all of these are that same square or that same rectangle. Okay, so now we know that's going to be 4 plus 8, which is 12. So the front and the back together, 12 plus 12 is 24. All right. Now we got the front and the back. What are the other sides?
Down, up, down.
Up, down, top, and the bottom, right? Okay, so let's do that in this green. How about the top? The top would be right here, and I guess we could say right here, right? If we're looking down on it, those are the two sides we'd see. And we already know that's that same square, right? So we can write the top as the square plus the square. And we know the area of the square is 4, so 4 plus 4. Okay? So what's the area of the top? It's 8. It's 4 plus 4. All right, what's next? What else we got? The bottom? Okay, we gotta find the area of the bottom. Oh, we see that's that rectangle again. 2 times 4. So the bottom is 2 times 4 is 8. And then we gotta do the right side here is another one of those rectangles. What's the area of the right side? You see that rectangle on the right? You know what the area of it is? 4 is the height, but then what is this dimension here? That's a 2. You see this top is a square. So this right side is 2 times 4. What's 2 times 4?
8.
Yeah. So when you look at this figure, you got to be able to see the sides that aren't labeled. You have to know what their dimension is. So this 2, we see several times in the figure, right? But you should see many more sides that are also 2. All these short sides, they're all 2. And then the double side is 4. So you guys have to see. We are recording, but you guys can work together. Okay, so we got that. We have one more side and then we'll have it all. What's that side? Anyone see any sides we haven't colored? The left side. Come on, stay with me on this, Charlie. The left side. And so we have two of those squares. What is the area of each one of those squares? 4. Remember, the area of each one of those squares is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. Uh-oh. 8. And then I forgot, what is the right? The right was 8. So, in order to get the surface area, now that we've went all around the shape, now just add them together. So what's 8, 8, 8, 8? That's 4 8s, 32, right? 24, what's 24? 32. 56. Got it. Thumbs up, down. Got it?
Yeah.
All right. You can shout out the answers when you know. Okay. Jackson is using bricks to make a patio. He completes 1/8 of the patio. In 2/5 of an hour. If Jackson continues this work at a constant rate, in 8th grade, we know that means what? What do you think when you see constant rate? No, you should think one word, slow. Yeah, slow. All right, but in 7th grade, we think proportionality. Yeah. Okay, what fraction of the patio will he complete each hour? So 2/5 of an hour. So let's talk about that. 2/5 of an hour. And we want to get to each hour, that's 1 hour. Okay, so let's get that 2/5 to 1. How many fifths do we have to add to get to 1? We could add 2 more fifths. And what's 2/5 and 2/5?
You said,
Huh?
you put
Oh, okay. Thank you. We can add another 2/5, and then how many fifths would we have?
2,
What's 2 plus 2?
4,
4. And we're almost at a whole, but if we're at 4/5, how many fifths do we need to make a whole?
1.
1 more. Okay, so if we added 1/5, that's 5 fifths. So we want to know how much of the patio he completes each hour. How much of the patio does he complete in 2/5 of an hour? Look back at the question. How much of the patio does he complete in 2/5 of an hour? 1/8. And then the next 2/5, how much does he complete? 1/8 again. And then in the 1/5, that's half, right? That's half of 1/8. What is half of 1/8? What would we divide 1/8 by to get half? No, we would divide it by 2. Whenever you want to get half of something, you divide by 2. So 1/8 divided by 2 is the same as multiplying it by
2.
No, you got to flip it. It's 1/2.
Yeah.
And that would be 16. All right. So just making sense. All right. So now we just gotta add these together. But can we add these fractions together? No, we need common denominators first. What can we multiply the 8 by to make it the 16? The answer is 2. We get 2/16. That's 2/16. That's 1/16. That's 5/16. Very interesting.
Yeah. Interesting.
But remember, this is just so you try the problem. You now have the answer. You can think back about it, but it doesn't mean you can't ask questions about it. No, it means the opposite. You put yourself in the best position to ask questions about it, You already know the answer, you just need to know what you don't know. A gardener will plant grass in the circular flat garden. The part of the garden where the gardener will plant the grass is represented by the shaded area in the figure shown. The garden has a diameter of 18. Anybody know what part of a circle a diameter is? No, it's not all the way around. That's called the circumference. Yeah. So the middle is called the what?
Diameter?
Center.
Oh, center.
The middle is called the center. And then the diameter is going all the way across through the center. But we don't talk about this over and over again, so that's why. Okay, so that's the diameter, all the way across through the center. And who knows what it's called when you go halfway across through the center? Starting at the center and going halfway across, what's that called? Shout it out. Starts with an R. The radius. You need to know that. All right, and then let's just say all the way around just for review. Does anyone remember what I just said? What's it called all the way around? Circumference. All right, and there are two circle formulas that you need to have up here. Okay, you can't Google them. Okay, and what are they? The circumference formula is 2 pi r, or you can say pi times the diameter. And then the second formula is the area formula. Area formula is pi r squared. And in 7th grade, you can do 3.14 per pi. But when you get to 8th grade in Algebra 1, you are to use the pi button on your calculator. All right? For greater approximation. More accurate. Okay, so there's your circle review. So now what do we want to do? We want to plant grass everywhere in the shaded area. So what is the part that we do not want to plant grass? The little square, right?
The mid-center.
Yeah. So we want to find the area of the circle. And then we got to take away that part in the middle, which is the area of what? What shape is in the middle?
Square.
A square. So to answer this question, we have to take the area of a circle and subtract the square area. Okay, so how do we find the area of a circle? Written it. Can you find it?
No, yes. Oh,
There it is, pi r squared. And how do we find the area of a square? Well, we label it, we just multiply the sides together, right? 4 times 4. So that's just 4 squared. What is the radius? Well, we know that the diameter is 18, right? And so if the diameter is 18, does anybody know what the radius would be? Oh, here you go. It's 18 over 2, which is what? Huh? So 18 over 2 is 9. Correct?
I think you're talking about the formula.
Oh. Okay, so we got pi 9 squared minus 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, so let's go get the calculator. I'm gonna stop.
The calculator?
Yeah, it's the calculator section. Use your calculator. So we're gonna do 9 squared. 9 squared times pi minus 16. And we get 238.47.
It's not a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so so determine the total cost. So this is the area of the space. And the cost of grass is 90 cents per square foot. So what do we have to do to the area of the space?
That's
What's confusing?
the number. I was like, oh,
Okay, so this is the area. So in order to get the cost, we have to multiply it by our unit rate. We're gonna multiply it by 0.90, and that'll give us the total cost. And so, when I leave my number there and multiply it by 0.9, I get 214.62. All right, so that's what we got. Okay, so that's the first three. Okay, the flat rectangular garden has a perimeter of 24 meters. Okay, let's draw a picture. Draw a picture. It's a rectangle. Can you draw a rectangle? You could draw a rectangle. Ta-da! Okay, the ratio of the length to the width, so L to W is 2 to 1.
step one.
2 L's is 1 W. So we better call this 2
L.
X and X, this is our L. This is our W. You can switch them, Thank you. All right, so in what step was the first mistake made? So, the perimeter is 24. So, hey, here's another one. If this is X over here, what is this over here?
What?
No.
X.
Oh, I thought y'all guys.
We don't have to call Y because we know that it's the same as that. So you only introduce a new variable if you have to. So let's try again. What's this up here?
X.
That's
No.
L.
What's it down here?
No. I thought it was X.
It's 2X. It's all right. That's
So
why
what
we're
if
going.
I-
It was it said
So
X. X. I
that's
was like,
X, that's besides X.
Yeah, so if one side is X, the other side is X. If the bottom is 2X, then the top is 2X. Whoa, what is that? Okay, so then we know the perimeter formula. We add the sides together. Okay, so they're saying 2L plus 2W is 24. But then, okay, but we know L is 2X. So then L. So then they substituted in 2L. But what did they substitute 2L in for?
so
What did it go in place of?
it went in place of
What letter was right where the 2L is in the first line?
equal.
No, the equal sign is right next to the W, or next to the 24. Where you see the W next to the 2? You see the W? Then it became a 2L. So now I ask you, is W 2L? W is only 1.
Yeah.
So that is the mistake they made. They shouldn't have put 2L in for W.
I did not figure that out. There was a slash right
Yeah. So that's the mistake, but I'm just gonna do the problem. So if we know the perimeter is 24. So we can add the sides together. and we get 24. Okay, then what can we do with these terms here? 2x, 2x, x, and x. Are those like terms? Can you combine them?
Yeah.
What would it be when you combine those terms?
I was about to say
What is 2 plus 2
4,
plus 1
5,
plus 1 more? Okay, so then this all combines to be
6.
6x. There we go.
If you draw them 10.
And then what can we do to find the value of x? What do we have to do to both sides? Divide. Divide by what?
Divided by 6.
There you go. And what's 24 divided by 6? 4.
So, the
So
answer is
x
4.
equals 4. So that means which side is 4? The left and right or the top and bottom? The left and right are 4. And what would the top and bottom be? 2x. So what would that be? What's 2 times 4?
Oh. 8.
8. So the top and bottom are 8. So you can see in step 5, because of that mistake, they ended up saying the length is 4. But we can clearly see the length
It's 8.
is 8.
And the width is.
Yes. So the first mistake was made in step 2. Okay. So now the next question is a really long one. So we're gonna stop there for now. I'm gonna make a new video for 5, 6, 7, and then I'll be done.
And stop.
3 questions. I can do that.